So Mohamed went to the UK as a dependent of his wife. His wife did everything to bring Mohamed from Ghana to the UK. But when Mohamed got to the UK, he realized that this is the greener pasture that I've been looking for. So he decided to marry another woman on top of his wife who brought him from Ghana to the UK. And bear in mind, Mohamed is depending on the wife.
Preach, preacher!
Well, Mohamed brought this idea up. Baby, I want to marry a second wife. The wife disagreed. And the wife was like, if you are so adamant on this, then go back to Ghana and marry a second wife because I will not allow you to do this in the UK. So Mohamed thought about this and was like, oh, after all, I'm in the UK, I have money, I work, so I can go and marry because my religion even allow me to marry a second wife. And even in the UK, Muslims are allowed to marry more than one. So in that case, Mohamed wanted to take that opportunity and that advantage and marry another wife. But to his surprise, the wife also had another plans. So Mohamed came to Ghana. Whilst Mohamed was in Ghana preparing, trying to marry another one, the wife also reached out to the Home Office in the UK and told the Home Office that I sponsored my husband to come to the UK. But right now, he is trying to get married to another wife. Meanwhile, he is depending on me and I have not been able to provide for both of us. So in that case, I don't want him to depend on me anymore. I want you to remove him from my list as the sponsor, because I cannot sponsor Mohamed anymore. And well, maybe by law, she was allowed to do that. So yeah, the Home Office did that. Meanwhile, Mohamed is in Ghana with his new wedded wife, second wife. So after the marriage and everything, Mohamed wanted to go back to the UK. But something miraculous happened. When Mohamed got to the airport, he was shocked. They told him that, Mohamed, you cannot use this visa to go to the UK. You are not allowed to enter to the UK with this particular visa. To Mohamed's surprise, the wife has removed him as a dependent. His first wife is not sponsoring him anymore. In that case, Mohamed cannot enter into the UK anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Mohamed. And if you go to the comment section, everyone is praising the wife for pulling this off. Because the wife did not threaten him that if you go to Ghana and get married to another wife, I will not sponsor you anymore. The wife kept quiet and planned everything behind the scenes. So a lot of people are praising the woman for pulling this off. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and watch this video and let's continue.
So he traveled to Ghana for a secret wedding, and before he could come back to the UK, his visa has been cancelled. So this is the story of Mohamed. Mohamed came as a dependent under his wife, who is a nurse in the UK. When he came here, he has been telling the wife that he wants to have a second wife. And the wife was like, am I not enough for you? We have 2 children. And you know how the UK is. It's a system where we just have to put our heads together and work together. But this man kept insisting that it is within his region to even have 4 wives. So the UK cannot stop him from having a second wife. And the wife said, I will not allow a second wife into my home. I won't allow a second wife to come here. If you want a second wife, go to Ghana, go and marry a second wife and keep her in Ghana. You will not bring her to my house. They kept going back and forth, quarrel here and there. While they were having all of this, the man was planning his way to go to Ghana to go and marry. And knowing this as well, when he came here, he wasn't having any serious certificate. So it was still the wife who was still footing the bills while he was there doing some kind of menial jobs. But he still wanted to marry a second one. So while he was doing it, he hid it from the wife. And then he was communicating with people back home. They were making arrangements. He has already seen a woman. He wants to go and do introduction. While he traveled to Ghana, the wife has already gotten all the information that she needed because people were giving her steady information about the husband's plan. So immediately, before he even went there, the woman had already called the Home Office to say she no longer wants this man to be under her visa. And when he traveled, was when he was coming back, he's going to do whatever he needed to go and do, pay the bride price, everything. That was when he was told that he doesn't have rights to come to the UK. He was told at the airport, you can't come to the UK. And he was like, I have a valid visa to come to the UK. They told him, you're no your sponsor no longer, you're no longer, you're no longer under any sponsor. Your sponsor has removed you from their visa as a dependent. That was where he was shocked. And when he called the wife said she no longer wants to have anything to do with him. Since he wants to marry a second one, let him remain there in Ghana. Do you have any sympathy for this man? Mohamed is now crying and now saying, has he made a big mistake? And the woman is saying she cannot have a second woman in her house. What is your thought about this? Cheers.
So yeah, he kept to his decision that a Muslim can have 4 wives, and later on found out the hard way that his visa was cancelled. Now, apparently, they were even saying that he came to Ghana to do a secret wedding, which means the wife wasn't even aware. But because he has been talking about getting married to a second wife in Ghana, maybe the wife got to know, all the secret and everything. And ladies and gentlemen, Mohammed cannot enter into the UK anymore. Now, if you go to the comment section, some people are saying that how can a dependent be thinking about marrying another wife? Stupidity should have limits. How can someone who is depending on another person for you to survive in the UK, for you to even buy food, for you to even, I don't know, everything that you have to do, you have to depend on this particular person. And this person is telling you, say, Mohammed, stop. Mohammed, you cannot get married. And then you are still like, sometimes. So I agree with this particular gentleman. So someone is saying that, oh, so this means all Muslims women naturally don't like the sharing thing, but can say nothing because they are powerless. Saying that. So Muslims women sometimes, most of them, they don't really like the idea of, getting another woman on top of them, but because of their religion and because they can't really say anything, that is why they are being taken granted for. Now, people are saying that, oh, maybe because the guy who is talking doesn't sound like Ghanaian, so he's not a Ghanaian. Bro, maybe he is friends with the family, I'm talking about, so it could be that he knows. But, well, so far, we don't really have any vivid evidence, but the story still stands. Whether the person is from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Zimbabwe, the story still stands. Like, you cannot depend on someone else and get married on top of that person. Like, it doesn't make sense. This one is saying, Mohammed messed up big time. I'm sure the second wife he wanted to marry is some small girl bio. Now, you can't travel back to the UK because of a woman. Shaking my head. This one is saying, you sound Nigerian, but the caption says you are Ghanaian. That doesn't matter. God bless the woman. This is what Grace Omega is saying. This one is saying, such a wise woman. God bless her. This one is Kofi Apia Dankwa. He said, how stupid can you be? You haven't made any effort to find your own feet and insisting on adding another wife. Under whose budget? Under the wife's budget. Under the first wife budget. You haven't found your grounds in the UK, yet you want to marry another wife on top of your first wife. Good luck. This one is saying, the wife really did well. This one is saying, God said good. This one said, good. May he enjoy married life in Ghana. Tomori said, the woman deserves the best of life. This one says, must UK be all about our existence in the universe? Well, if you are in Ghana, then you can also, prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is trending. What do you think about this decision? Do you think the woman is right to do whatever she did? I support the woman with 10 bags of rice. I support the woman with 10 bags of rice. You can leave whatever you think in the comment section. Let's pray for Mohammed in Ghana. I'm signing out.